Gentlemen, welcome to your Tech Daily Review. If you haven't done so, please go ahead, do your boy a favor and subscribe to this channel and ring the bell notification so you can get the latest and greatest video. And also give it a thumbs up so that we can work on the next video together. What we're going to be doing today, we're going to be talking about news, what is going on in the world of tech. And there is a lot that's going on in the world of tech. Let's get to it.
I am who I'm meant to be. I am who I'm meant to be. Over and out again. My future needed clarity.
If you're like me, most of us, we're all stuck in the house for the next few days, if not weeks. So what better thing to do than to create more content for you, and we can all stream everything online. So let's get to the news. The first thing that we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about car subscription services. Yes, that is a thing that's going on right now. The auto manufacturers currently right now, they are doing car subscription services. Companies like GM with a Cadillac brand, Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, and the list goes on. Now, the new manufacturer to put his head into the ring of car subscription services is Nissan. Nissan is not including their Infiniti brand in this service. It's only their Nissan brand. Nissan is starting off with two plans, the Select plan and the Premium plan. The Select plan starts at $700. The Premium plan starts off at $900. So if you opt for the Select plan, $700 plan, that plan will get you cars such as the Nissan Automotive, the Nissan Pathfinder, the Frontier pickup truck. The other plan is the Premium plan. That plan gives you cars like the 370Z, the Maximo, the Armada, and also there's the tiny pickup truck that is available with that plan. But then there's one car that's available with that plan. That is the Nissan GTR. Now, who wouldn't want to drive a GTR? But there's a catch. With that plan, if you want the GTR is available for you only 7 days out of the month. And you have to pay an extra $100 for each of those days. So if you select that plan, well, and you want to drive the GTR, you can get the GTR, but your plan will go up to $1,600. That's still not bad to be driving the GTR, but the only thing is that you only have it for 7 days out of the month. That's still not a bad option. Mercedes just announced their AMG exclusive plan. That plan starts at $3,600 a month. That plan will give you every car that is in the Mercedes AMG lineup and also the Mercedes GT cars as well. But $3,600 is a lot of money just to drive Mercedes GT cars or AMG. Speaking of Mercedes, if you can't beat them, you might as well copy from them, right? Because that's what Mercedes is currently doing right now. A few years ago, Mercedes came out with a Mercedes EV SUV. It was nothing basically but a GL turned into a EV. And to Mercedes, this was supposed to be competing with the Tesla Model X. Well, it never got to that point because currently right now, dealerships are giving that car away. Nobody really wanted it because why spend a lot of money on that car when you can get a Model X for the same price or for less? So dealerships all over the world, they're giving that car away. But here's the thing. Here's where Mercedes is copying Tesla. And technically, it's not just Mercedes. Mercedes have decided that, well, for our 2021-22 S-Class, we're going to put the same thing in our S-Class. Now, we all know that the current Mercedes cars right now, they have that long continuous display in the car. Well, Mercedes is going away from that, and they're going to be putting what Tesla have in its car right now, the 17 or the 18-inch display. Now, it's not just Mercedes who's copying. It started off with Volvo, as you can see from the picture. Volvo basically started this when they came out with the XC90. Not bad, it worked. It went from Volvo, then the Dodge pickup truck, and now companies like Ford with the Ford Explorer and the Ford Mustang SUV EV basically have the same thing. So more and more companies are basically copying from Tesla, but to be completely honest, we all know that Tesla as far as the infotainment in cars with the 18-inch screen, Tesla by far is way ahead of the competition. Let's talk about AT&T. How? AT&T keeps shooting themselves in the foot big time. I don't know what AT&T is thinking, but AT&T is a company board or CEO who keeps on making bad decision after bad decision. The first thing, the purchase of DirecTV. That was probably the worst decision a phone company could have made, honestly. Now, the whole thing was AT&T said that they were purchasing DirecTV for its content. Well, DirecTV is a service provider. They have no content. And now, AT&T have stopped promoting DirecTV. So AT&T is killing DirecTV slowly, and they're also killing their UVerse services because they now have a new service, AT&T TV. AT&T TV is a streaming, like something like a YouTube TV, Hulu TV, and Sling TV. It is the same thing. But what AT&T is doing is AT&T is trying to drag people back to the days of traditional TV. That's what people are trying to get away from. People don't want traditional TV. People are moving to streaming TV, YouTube TV, Hulu, and Sling because they have no contract. They don't need a device from you when they can use their phone. They can go and buy a Fire Stick. They can go buy a Roku box and stream from there. Connect it to the TV and stream. That is the best thing about streaming services. Well, with AT&T TV, AT&T is forcing you to get a box from AT&T. Now, they said the first box is free, but if you have 4 or 5 TV in your homes, each additional box is going to cost you $120. But AT&T decide we're going to make people sign a 2-year contract. And the first year is going to be at a good price, starting off at $55. The following year is going to go up as high as $90. Why AT&T? How can you be so stupid continuously making bad decision after bad decision? Let's talk about the iPad Pro to be specific. Now, Apple really don't know where they want the iPad to be. Now, do you remember this?
Hey, what you doing on your computer?
What's a computer?
Or do you also remember Tim Cook saying this?
Now, our competition is different. They're confused. They chased after netbooks. Now they're trying to make PCs into tablets and tablets into PCs. Who knows what they will do next?
Yes. So now, when we look at the iPad have went Pro. They got a stylus, and they have their own keyboard coming out. Apple don't really know what they want the iPad Pro to be. They say it's your next computer, but yet it's not a computer. Well, what is it? Do you even know what it is, Apple? Sticking with Apple foldable phones. Well, it has been a lot of rumors going on the web about the next Apple affordable phone. If you take a look at this picture, this is it, basically. Now, I have not owned an iPhone since the 4S came out. Well, if Apple were to make this design for the next foldable phones, I would be in line for it. I would be waiting in line for this phone because if you look at this phone is basically, this is a slick phone. Now, the Microsoft phone, the Microsoft Duo, well, it's coming out later on this year. Now, when Microsoft displayed this phone, they really didn't give much detail as far as the processor on the phone, memory, the space, or what are the options that's going to be available. That being said, Microsoft have been known to change things up, so we probably assume that it's going to be running the latest Snapdragon 865, but who knows? Microsoft might put an ARM processor onto this device. If they do that, that would be a game changer. It'll be more powerful. It'll be faster. It'll be faster than any iPhone that is out there, basically, if it's done correctly. So that is one of the phones that's on my list to check out, the new Microsoft Duo phone coming out around November of this year. Another phone that everybody's considering or thinking about is the Galaxy Note 20. Now, to me, I really don't see a point for the Galaxy Note anymore because Samsung is killing it away. Now, what Samsung can do is Samsung can go ahead and they can just do away with the Note phones and just take the stylus and put that stylus in the Ultra. Another phone that is coming out is the OnePlus 8. Now, OnePlus 8 is going to have two versions of this phone. There's going to be the Pro and there's going to be the non-Pro. The Pro is going to be 6.7 inches. The non-Pro is going to be 6.5 inches. Now, a few things that we have all wanted from OnePlus is wireless charging and IP rating. Those are all going to be available on the Pro, but it's not going to be available on the regular. So I don't understand that. Why just not put it on both of them? And the display on both of these devices, well, on the Pro, you're getting a 120 refresh rate. On the non-Pro, you're getting a 90 refresh. Storage-wise, you'll be getting 120 and 256 on both of these devices. Memory, I was kind of hoping that OnePlus would expand on that memory and take it up to 16 to match what Samsung is doing, but they didn't. They kept it at 8 and at 12. Now, OnePlus was probably the first device that increased their memory to 12. They were the first, and now they decided not to take it further. They decided to stay at 8 and at 12 gig as far as memory. The Vivo phone. Now, most of you do not know anything about Vivo. What Vivo is doing is Vivo have taken it to the next level as far as new phone design. This is what they have come up with. When you look at this phone, you don't see any notch. You don't see any hole punch for your camera. Why? Well, because your camera is hidden within your display. That's what they have done. They have moved your camera in your display to give you more screen real estate, a full screen real estate. If you look at it, it curved. I'm not too crazy about the curve, but at the same time, I'm more happy about the new technology as far as the in-display selfie camera and the in-display fingerprint, because they were the first one to come up with this technology. Now, if you look at it, it is, I mean, it is awesome. I'll put it that way, basically, because this is what a whole lot of people have been waiting for, to where you have a selfie camera that is hidden within your phone. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, hit that bell notification and get the latest video, and also give it a thumbs up. And if you don't have any needs of going out, stay in, just be safe. Peace.
I could see how you